Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to our session today. My name is Abrar Kawi and I'm managing the digital marketing, the communication department in the Central Services. I will be your moderator today. It's our pleasure today to welcome Mr. Marwan Nimmer, Public Sector Director of the MENA LinkedIn Talent Solutions, to our session today. This is an interactive session, so please feel free to post your questions and comments in the chat box, and we will dedicate the last 15 minutes to address all the questions that we received. Meanwhile, I would like to welcome now Mr. Marwan Nimmer to the floor to tell us more about how employees can do the personal brand on LinkedIn and how can they become the brand ambassadors of their entities. Welcome, Mr. Marwan.
Thank you very much, Abrar. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be with you today. Always a pleasure to be with HCT team, actually. A big thank you to everyone who has contributed for this to happen. Abrar, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Aisha, all of the team. So today, inshallah, we will take you through a small journey in LinkedIn, and this journey is called Lock Your LinkedIn Profile. I cannot see, unfortunately, any comments or any chats, so I think Abrar will be helping me with that. And we will be having a small quiz at the end as well to test your knowledge and see who is concentrating with us. And we really hope that you will benefit, inshallah. From the last thing I saw, there was 281 participants, which I think this is one of the biggest sessions I have done virtually. So thank you all for your time, and inshallah you will find it beneficial. So today we will take you through a journey about LinkedIn. If I would have been in a face-to-face session, I would have asked people to raise their hands who does not have a LinkedIn profile. Mashallah, I see 311 participants now. So I would have usually asked who does not have a LinkedIn profile, and I could get like a head count, but that would not be the case today, unfortunately. But we will be hoping that the majority of today's attendees are having a LinkedIn profile. And accordingly, we will be able to show you more about enhancing your LinkedIn profile, how to have an all-star profile, and how to become an HCT brand ambassador on LinkedIn, not only on LinkedIn, to be honest, but on social media in general, and how to amplify the content of HCT, wherever it is. First of all, I would like to show you this small video.
LinkedIn's economic graph is a digital representation of the global economy. As members change jobs, as companies evolve, as positions are posted, as skills are learned, the economic graph grows. And now we're helping those members, taking what they're adding to the graph and creating new opportunities with those insights. From business owners, to company builders, to culture creators, to policymakers, students, and strivers. The global LinkedIn community is contributing to the economic graph, bringing people and communities together to create opportunities for others, one member at a time.
All right, so that was just a very short video to tell you a little bit about LinkedIn. And our vision at LinkedIn is to create an economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. And our mission, which is our true north, is connecting the world's professionals, which is all of you here today, to make you more productive and more successful. Please put into consideration something that is very important, that LinkedIn is not really a place for people to go and find jobs. And of course, today, our mission in this session is not really to tell you how to go and find a job on LinkedIn. Absolutely not, because this is not the purpose of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional network. And every single professional today here on LinkedIn is on LinkedIn, not necessarily to look for a job. So this is something that we need to take out of our way, because our aim, once again, is to help you brand yourself professionally and help you promote HCT and help you promote everything that you do within your own job and within your department and within the whole academic industry. Please, if anybody of you did not try this before, I would recommend you to try it, which is go to Google and just Google your name and see what are the results that are going to appear. If you do have a LinkedIn profile, you will find that the LinkedIn is the #1 or #2 in the search in the Google. And why this is important? This is important because today, for example, if before the session people wanted to Google Marwan al-Nimr, for example, I would not be very much comfortable if you land on my Facebook page or my Instagram page where I show pictures of my family, of myself, of me doing sports, because this is more of my personal life. So usually we like to say that people on social media, they go to spend their time. We spend time on social media, viewing pictures, viewing videos, viewing images, connecting with our friends, etc. So spending our time on social media. While when we go on LinkedIn, we invest our time. And there's a huge difference between spending time and investing time. And this is what we will try to focus on today, inshallah. As you have seen from the video, they spoke a lot about the economic graph. What does the economic graph mean in simple words? We are trying to digitally map the world economy, where we want to have every single member in the global workforce, in the professionals, at the white collars right now to be available on LinkedIn. We have, alhamdulillah, 756 million members, and we are growing at a rate of 1 member every 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds, we have 1 member joining LinkedIn. We have 30 million companies available on LinkedIn. Millions and millions of jobs you would see posted on LinkedIn. And HCT is one of those entities that is actively publishing jobs, headhunting top professionals and top caliber from all around the world on LinkedIn. We have 36,000 skills that are available today on LinkedIn for those professionals to be able to help them access the jobs that they need and the companies they work for. And there is more than 90,000 school and university on LinkedIn, and HCT definitely is one of them. If we dig a little bit closer and focus on the United Arab Emirates, we have passed the 4 million member count, 94,000 companies available, thousands of jobs, and 33,000 skills, where we have 35,000 schools represented. And allow me to tell you that HCT in the MENA region, if we take out Saudi Arabia, is the #1 university in terms of updates, in terms of number of followers, and in terms of engagement, and also what is more important in terms of alumni members. HCT has the biggest number of alumni today available, and when we discuss with government entities about headhunting alumni, they always go for HCT as their first priority. So we have also been doing, and we are still doing, sessions like that for our HCT students and our HCT fresh graduates to help them transition into their professional work life and help them transition into what we call as the job of their dreams. It's very important that you understand that there's a big report called the Digital Business Insider Intelligence Report. And this is a report that measures the trust. And we have asked we did surveys, we asked marketeers, we asked business professionals about what is the most trusted platform that you use. And for 4 consecutive years, every single one have chosen LinkedIn. And as you can see here, LinkedIn ranked #1 for 4 years. You would also see, if you are a LinkedIn member, that there is always people, real people on LinkedIn. There is Abrar Mikawi, there is Aisha Al-Miheri, there is Marwan al-Nimr, there is Dr. Abdulatif al-Shamsi, there is Muhammad al-Ahmadi, etc. So real people, real name. but you will never see people with nicknames. You would never see people with, you know, fake names or fake pictures or because we try as much as possible to maintain this level of trust between our members and between the companies. It will be impossible if you go on LinkedIn and find another company or university called HCT. So the trust is very important here when it comes to social media, and that is one of the things that we try always to take care of, and that's why we always say members come first on LinkedIn. Members, who is us, who is me, who is you, and our companies and our partners, they always come first on LinkedIn. طيب, to give you a little bit of an example كده, when we want to do a small mix between social media channels, I took donuts for an example. So on Facebook, you would tend to go and see content related to I like donuts. Snapchat, watch me eat a donut. Instagram, here's a picture of a donut. Pinterest, a donut recipe. Spotify, I am listening to donuts music. And on WhatsApp, anyone wants a donut. So this is the type of content that you would see on other social media channels. When it comes to LinkedIn, you would end up finding that the content itself will change drastically. Today on LinkedIn, we use the professional mindset. Like I mentioned earlier, we invest our time on LinkedIn. So I would end up going on LinkedIn and finding content like, I hope to operate a donut franchise one day. I have X numbers of years of experience in producing or making or selling donuts. My top skills are producing donuts, selling donuts, marketing for donuts, whatever it is. And 3 recommendations from former donut colleagues. So as you will see, the whole context itself changes into more of a mindset that is more professional and more business oriented and business related. Type. That was a quick introduction about LinkedIn itself, and just trying to make you understand that LinkedIn is not as we used to have long ago. Now this perception has changed. Once again, that it's a place for jobs. No, not at all. This is a professional network for you to be able to communicate, for you to be able to interact, for you to be able to connect, for you to be able to consume content that really matters to you the most. The next step now, we are going to take you into your own profile and to how to create an all-star LinkedIn profile. Inshallah, after this session, I will be sharing with Abrar and the team some very interesting infographics that you can use that would help you to create an all-star LinkedIn profile. So I cut it into 8 main pieces, or 8 main sections, sorry, which we believe are the most important ones. The first one is your custom URL. Today on LinkedIn, if you click on your own profile into the picture and click on me, view profile, you would end up seeing at the top www.linkedin.com/your name, and then maybe there is a number or something like that. We always recommend you to edit that by going on the right side. You would find a tab called Edit Public URL. Click on it, and then you'd find the pen shape. Click on the pen to edit, and you can customize your LinkedIn URL based on your needs. Second one, which is the most important for us, is the professional picture. Please try as much as possible to upload a picture with a professional headshot of you that captures you at your best moment. Please try to avoid any pictures with backgrounds. Please try to avoid pictures with like an animal, your dog or a cat. Please avoid picture of you sitting on the beach, for example, or in a car. Please avoid taking a selfie, you know, the selfie pictures. Please, by all means, avoid to take any pictures with those filters or Snapchat filters or whatever they call it. It's very important that you have a proper picture that showcases yourself. And I will be showing you some samples as we go on in the presentation. Members with profile pictures, they get 14 times more searches, and people tend to, you know, link or collaborate with people who have a picture because it's psychologically, you know, I know that this is a real person. There is usually a small dilemma for females who are not really comfortable of sharing their pictures on social media or on LinkedIn. And usually veiled females, UAE nationals. What we do here, or what we recommend you here, is you can simply go to Google and type on Google silhouette hijab, silhouette hijab. When you type silhouette hijab on Google and click on images, you would see so many images of veiled women, like, you know, just a silhouette, and you can take that and add it into your profile pictures. Actually, if you go to HCT alumni, you would see so many of them doing that. And this is a really much better idea than leaving it, you know, empty and the question mark appears. The third one is uploading a background photo. The background photo can be a UAE flag, can be HCT banner, can be anything that reflects your industry or reflects your personal interest. Number 4 is the headline. Now, when we write a headline, you would find on LinkedIn many people having different headlines. The headline does not necessarily have to be your current title or your current position. It can be, for example, head of finance at HCT, or it can be something like this one, partnering with finance leaders in digital transformation. It can be digital ninja guru. It can be anything that you want to capture the attention of people with. Please feel free to add it. If you're not very much comfortable or if you're out of ideas, you can just leave it as it is: head of digital media at HCT, leading financial operations at HCT. So it's up to you to have your headline showcasing and showing members what you really do. The next part is the summary. Now, there is many people in the summary, as you can see here, after 18 years of experience in sales, business development, I developed a huge passion, etc., etc. We find sometimes on LinkedIn that there are many people who add their summary, they copy paste their cover letter that they used to have in the resume long ago. Now, this is totally wrong. A resume, we encourage you to have a 1 paragraph or 2 paragraph maximum for a resume that talks a little bit about yourself, talks about your passion, talks about your expertise, and try as much as possible to make it memorable, make it something that people would read and they want to know more about you. It's a way of selling or branding yourself, because this is the first thing that appears when people go onto your profile. This is the first section: the picture, the background photo, the headline, and the summary. And then they can scroll down to see more people, to see more information about you. So try as much as possible in the summary to make it short, precise, and concise. Also, please avoid adding the skills. So don't write in the summary, I am skilled at social media and SEO and search engine marketing and data analysis and data analytics, etc. Please avoid that, because there is a section in LinkedIn called skills where you are able to add all those skills and get endorsements for it. Number 6 is the experience. The experience is simply what have you done in your professional life from the moment you graduated all the way up till today. And try as much as possible to always keep it up to date, always keep it real, and always try as much as possible to add one liner or a paragraph about what is it that you're doing at your current job. Once again, try as much as possible to avoid getting the job description and copying and pasting it on the under your experience tab, because this is not the right place. People don't really want to know your job description or your duties or responsibilities. They want to know just a one-liner or a paragraph about what you're doing at your current job or what you have done at your previous job, any major accomplishments, any achievements that you have done. Please feel free to add, and always focus to use the right keywords that would help you appear more in searches, in people searching for a specific professional in a specific industry. You can always add rich media. Rich media is videos, images, infographics, PDFs, white papers, anything that showcase the value that you have brought to this entity. Please feel free to add it as well in your experience tab. When you scroll down, you'll be able to see a section where you can upload any images or videos. So if you appeared in a video, for example, in one of the companies you worked in, you did an interview, you had an award or something, you can add it here simply. The next part is the recommendations part, where you are able to add recommendations from your partners, from your customers, from your managers, or even from your university professors. You can ask for a recommendation, or you can give someone a recommendation. When people go into your LinkedIn profile and view all of those information and read about it and see, recommendations, people recommending you, etc., that would give them a first positive feedback about this person, and maybe they want to know more, and they would shape their perception around you later on when they get to know you. So that's why it's very important that you have those areas done and available. And of course, it's very important that you also add your education. Where did you study? What did you study? And which years did you study in? So for example, from 2000 to 2004, I studied in HCT. I did bachelor's of degree, and then you have to add it there so it appears on your LinkedIn profile, and that would help other members to identify you if they go and click on that specific university alumni tab. So if this is something that you didn't know, you can go today and click on any university that you have been into, and then on the university itself, click on the alumni tab, and then you'd be able to add the years where you started and when you graduated, and then you click enter and you will see all of the alumni, and you can start filtering them by which country they live in, which company they're working in, what did they study, and what do they currently do. So if you want to see people graduated in 2004, living in the United Arab Emirates, working in Abu Dhabi Executive Office, and working in finance, you'd be able to find those people. And this is the people that you actually studied with, and you are able to connect and communicate with them once again. Of course, please make sure to add your location. So today on LinkedIn, we're trying to add locations by Emirate as well, not only by the UAE. So try to add Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, wherever you are, please try to add them. Add your education, as I mentioned. If you have had any publications, please feel free to share it, and any major accomplishments and courses that you have taken. Taib, when we discuss the courses, please make sure that you don't add courses like Microsoft Office, decision-making, team building. Those things are kind of obsolete now. We want you to add things like data mining, data analysis, artificial intelligence, algorithms, SQL, Java, those are the things that people are interested in now, and those are what we call the skills of the future, and this is where we are heading towards the future. So please try as much as possible when you list your skills or list any courses, you focus on those that really matter and those that you really want to showcase on your own profile. طيب. The next thing here is by you starting to gain knowledge and understanding of what's happening on the LinkedIn world. You have the chance to follow every single company that you are interested to learn more about. Follow industry companies within the academic industry to see what other universities are doing, where you want to benchmark and see what they're doing. So as you can see here today, alhamdulillah, HCT has passed the 100,000 followers milestone, and that's a huge achievement, I have to say, that has been done. Mostly it has been a consolidated effort between people working in the marketing team, the communications team, the HR team, the recruitment team, and alhamdulillah, this growth we're seeing is very significant, that is continuing to grow day after day. And once again, you are the #1 university in terms of followers in the MENA region, other than Saudi Arabia. So I think you deserve a round of applause. And another round of applause for the alumni. As you can see, there's 56,000 alumni, 56, and that's a huge number. I would encourage you later on to go on to other universities like Khalifa University, UAE, Zaid University, and check the number of alumni they have versus HCT. It is incomparable. And then also another very interesting one is the number of employees. There is 5,386 employees registered on LinkedIn saying that they are working in HCT, whether full-time, part-time, adjunct professors, etc., but they are working somehow with HCT. And today we have 380 of you with us today, and inshallah we will continue doing this until we reach all 5,000 employees to tell them the importance of having a LinkedIn profile. Sample of those employees today, as you can see here, starting off by, of course, His Excellency Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Shamsi. And Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Shamsi recently, I have to say a big thank you and give credit to Aisha for her, thought leadership direction in taking Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Shamsi's profile and changing it completely and starting to publish content and updates and articles where he has positioned himself as a thought leader today, not only in the UAE, but globally. And if you go to His Excellency's profile, you would see the content he's publishing, the articles that he is adding, and that is in itself is a huge leading by example. We have my dear brother and friend Mahmoud Al-Alawi from your procurement team. He's very active on LinkedIn. His Excellency Abdullah Al-Meheri as well. Sarah Al-Marzougi, of course, from our HR team. Dr. Yahya Al-Ansari from Ras Al Khaimah. Our dearest Aisha Al-Meheri, and so many others. I was yesterday, I don't know who to put and who not to put, but I just thought of adding this image of your current leaders and directors to show you that those leaders are on LinkedIn. They are actively publishing on LinkedIn, and also to give you and to complement my first thing, I said that LinkedIn is not a place for people to find jobs, because His Excellency Dr. Shamsi or Sarah or Mahmoud, they are not on LinkedIn because they're looking for a job. No, they are branding themselves professionally. So we encourage you all to do that. As you will see here from the different profiles I shared, you can see here how the profile pictures, the only picture that I have a comment on, and I told Dr. Yahya about it, is his picture, because it's not really showing him, but it's showing, when I talked to him, he told me, I want to show you that I am, because Dr. Yahya is very much invested with his students, and and this is what he wants to see. But if we can see here Abdullah or Aisha or Mahmoud or Sarah or His Excellency Dr. Shamsi, a proper profile picture, a proper headshot, that is exactly what we're looking at. Each one has also a different banner. So His Excellency Dr. Shamsi has the CEO banner, which is amazing. Mr. Mahmoud has one of those, awards that he have taken. Sarah, her presenting something. Aisha just have something that is, because Aisha is into marketing and comms, so she wants to be a little bit creative, so decided to put creative. His Abdullah Al-Meheri, a nice quote with the UAE flag. Yahya, nothing at all, Dr. Yahya. So it's up to you to add this one based on what you feel is right. Now, another thing on LinkedIn is LinkedIn gives you the chance to follow industry leaders and follow influencers. With all due respect to the influencers and fashionistas and foodies and car bloggers, those are not the influencers you'd end up seeing on LinkedIn. The influencers on LinkedIn are people like His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, His Excellency Muhammad Al Gergawi, Her Excellency Noor Al Kaabi, Richard Branson, Satya Nadella, Bill Gates, Justin Trudeau, etc., etc. So find the person that you really look up to. Find the writer that you really like to read his or her books. Find the person that really admires you, and you would find them and follow them to gain more insights about what he or she is saying. All right. Now, when it comes to your LinkedIn feed or your LinkedIn wall, you would end up finding that LinkedIn is not really a platform that pushes too much content to you that is sales related or sales oriented. Yani if we are on Instagram or Facebook or maybe Twitter, you would be scrolling your feed and you would end up seeing a lot of ads everywhere. Buy this, see that, click here. LinkedIn is not like that. LinkedIn, if you noticed, we avoid as much as possible having ads appear in our members' faces, because our aim, once again, is to have those members be professionally active on LinkedIn rather than being sold something or being asked to do a specific action. It's very, very minimal when you find advertisements on LinkedIn. Having said so, you are able to customize your own feed to appear the way you want it to be. So you can, at every single post that you can see, if you see a post from, for example, Marwan Al-Nimr that appears too much and you don't really want to see posts of Marwan, you can click on the 3 dots next to my name, and then you would go to, you can hide the post, you can unfollow this person, or you can improve the feed itself and you can choose what you want to improve. You want to hide it, you want to report it, and then you can get recommendations on the feed on how you'd able to get the content where you don't want it to appear at all, or you want it to appear more frequently. And the more you engage with specific people and specific content, you would end up seeing this content on your LinkedIn profile. And something that is very, very important, actually, I will talk to you about it when it comes to, yes, this one, building thought leadership. So we discussed with you about having a good LinkedIn profile, about who to follow and what to follow. And then now about your own voice on LinkedIn. We get these questions: what do I post on LinkedIn? When do I post? How do I post? It's very important that you publish content that really matters. Publish things that are really important, all right? You can easily share your updates by clicking on the top on your feed, share update, write anything that you want to talk about, and then you can attach a picture, attach a video, attach a PDF. And that is something that you can do. So, and the good thing in LinkedIn is it actually shows your content not only to people that are in your network, but to people outside of your network. So let me give you a very quick live example. Yesterday, HCT published, we are welcoming Marwan and Nimr to do a Rock Your Profile session, etc. And they added it on their page. And then Abrar Mekkawi, she shared this post and she said that I am happy to moderate this panel and introducing Marwan and Nimr, and she tagged my name to the panel. So automatically what I found a notification that Abrar has mentioned me, and then I started to find a lot of people who are my first degree connections, who are not connected to Abrar, seeing this content and engaging with it as well. So if you would actually, this is very, very funny, if you would actually go on HCT, look at the last post they added where they said, we're happy to have Marwan. I replied and said, thank you, HCT team. I am honored to be with you in the session. Okay, you will find out that I have got on this post where I wrote, I am honored. I'm just checking right now how much it reached, which is very weird for me, honestly. I have 13 people liked that comment already, and there's like 60 plus people liked the post itself. When I went into the insights of that post, I found that the majority of people who like that post are my own connections, which means that my connections saw that post and they're not following Abrar and they're not following HCT, which meant that HCT has gained this leverage. It made this a little bit awareness about themselves through Marwan and Nimr and through the connections of Marwan and Nimr. And that's why we always encourage you, when you do a post, try as much as possible to tag and mention others, because it shows in their other feeds, as I mentioned to you in the story right now. And that's just a real life story. When you publish on LinkedIn, it becomes a part of your own professional profile. It gets shared with your network and your wider network, which is what I mentioned now. It reaches the largest group of professionals assembled online. And that is due to the fact that LinkedIn does not close what we call as the organic reach. The reach on LinkedIn is open, and that helps you to be more aware and more branded professionally across everyone within your network and within your extended network as well. Type. So once again, as I mentioned, please, we highly encourage you to start publishing content on your homepage. But before you do that, we also encourage you, as a start, to start engaging and amplifying the content of HCT on LinkedIn and other social media channels, of course. I mean, think about it. Today, we are 380 people here on this call. La mashallah, 399 now. So imagine 399 people on the call. Let's say half of them are active on LinkedIn, and they would go and then like the post that yesterday HCT published, or liked a post of His Excellency Dr. Shamsi, or commented on an article posted by Sarah Al-Marzougi, for example. Imagine the number of engagement that HCT is going to get, and the awareness that you guys will create. So today you are the brand ambassadors of HCT. So you need to, everything that is published on social media, please make sure to like it or comment or even share, because you are the real ambassadors of this company, and we grow by you. I mean, when I say we as HCT, I consider myself as an HCT team member, to be honest. So that's why I really encourage you to amplify the content as much as you can and like the content. And whenever you publish a post or anything, always try to tag HCT and mention HCT, and you would end up seeing, you know, a lot of interesting updates about it. When you come to share your own content, please think of the following. Share your authentic voice. Don't copy paste anything. Post frequently. When I say frequently, I don't expect people to post every single day on LinkedIn. You can post once a week, twice a week, once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, as long as you have something to say, something to show, an award you have taken, a session. Yani, for example, if I was today with you, I would have asked after the session to take a picture with everyone, and I would publish it on my LinkedIn profile and say I am honored to facilitate such a workshop with the HCT employees and senior team members. It's an honor, etc., etc. That is something that I would publish. All right. Start a conversation or share your own point of view. So when you write something, maybe you would want to ask for a call to action, ask people something or start a conversation and give them something that is nice and unique. Also, please make sure when you publish something, add any rich media to it. Add a picture or an image or a video or a PDF. People like to see that, and people, you would end up also finding on LinkedIn that people tend to interact more with posts that have a picture of yourself in it. So if I took an award or something and I take a, yani for example, when I remember when Aisha started working in HCT, the first time I met her, you know, and we had a really, really nice meeting, and I was like very much interested to work with her. And, you know, I told her, come on, let's take a picture. So we went and they take a picture. So, you know what, let's do a selfie. I thought, okay, that's actually, so I took actually a selfie, me, Aisha, and 2 other team members from the recruitment department, and I published it on my page. So if you go on my page, you would see this picture there. So, and it got a lot of engagement because people, you know, like to see the friends or professions that they work with. Always create an opportunity for reciprocity, for people to participate and talk into your conversation. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but I want to be on time, and I really want to give you everything possible. Here is a sample of content published by your own team members. I don't know how many of you here are on the call, but this is just a sample of different ways of publishing. So here we have Priyanka. She is, you know, talking about, you know, the launch of a seminar series. We have Dr. Yahya Al-Ansari talking about the end of year takreem, the end of year celebration. Abrar Mekkawi, here you see, and Abrar, and that's a very good example because she tagged Matt, she tagged the new media company, and she tagged Aisha Al-Meheri, all right? And she had a decent engagement, a decent, what we call as impressions or views. And as you can see, a very decent picture, very professional picture, and amazing. Jay, at the same time here, he's saying that he's very excited to host Ernst & Young employability readiness workshop at HCT. So everyone is different. Everyone can publish his own or her own posts. Every single post, by the way, if you can look down here, for example, 94, 66, 48, it's not only that you can measure. You can go under it and see, track your progress or view insights, and you would end up seeing something like that. You would see where did this post, because, you know, many people don't really tend to like or comment, but you can see how many people saw it, which countries, and you would be surprised with the reach that your content has reached. The last part is talking about the power of networking and why is it important to connect with the right people. Many questions come, do I accept every single person on LinkedIn? No, it's not like that. On LinkedIn, you can be connected with 5 types of people. Number 1, my family, my cousin and my uncle is working in HCT, my father working in DIWA, etc., etc. Number 2, with your alumni, the people I studied with. Number 3, my friends, my best friend working in Louis Vuitton, my best friend working in Abu Dhabi Executive Council, etc. Number 4, my co-workers. So Rana Khan, Abrar, Aisha, Sarah, Dr. Yahya, Mahmoud Al-Alawi, those are co-workers. You connect with each other. And number 5, your business partners. So me and Abrar, me and Aisha, Abrar and someone from Twitter, Abrar and someone from Facebook, etc. So those are the type of people that you connect with. There is no harm if you ignore those invites that don't talk, that people that you don't know, because we want as much as possible. I finished on time. We want as much as possible to have your network and have your feed appear in the manner that you want it to appear, and the people that are within the same industry and the same areas of expertise you would find. So you see a nice LinkedIn profile and a nice LinkedIn feed. Exactly 45.
Amazing, amazing, Marwan. Wallahi, we're very impressed. The session is very fruitful. You answered all the questions that we're looking, we want to deliver to our HCC community. And I can see the very good feedback that we're getting. Yes, there's a recording for the session and it will be uploaded on YouTube and on Portal, and you will get the link. And now we will open the floor for questions to Marwan. We have received plenty of questions, but based on the time that we have, we will select types of questions that might be fruitful for the majority of the community, HCC community. So Marwan, can you explain to us the difference between publishing a post and uploading an article? Specifically that we are talking here about lots of colleagues who are academics.
Bravo.
How can this help them in the personal brand, and how can this help them in featuring HCT as it's the dream job for anyone?
Bravo, that's a very good question. So usually I like to answer questions live, okay? So here you can start a post. As I told you, you can write anything and then you can publish it, and that's normal. You publish a post, that's something that is happening now. And you can write an article. So when I click here on write an article, it will open for me, publish as Marwan Al-Nimr, yes. It will open for me as a Microsoft Word document article where I can publish it. So the best thing to do is actually to go on His Excellency's profile and show you, you know, what is it. Now, an article is a place where it shows you more of, it gives you more options to write really something. So this is, for example, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Shamsi. This is the content that he's writing. And then when I click on articles, you see here he has a full article about, are we ready for the jobs that have not been created yet? You see so many articles are being published. You see the entrepreneurial persona. That was a very interesting article published last year. All right, you see, this is the articles that he writes, and inside the article itself, you would end up seeing, you know, Dr. Abdulatif writing a lot, and this is where it gives you, you know, the chance to write a full article or a publication that you want, where it will not be accurate if you publish it on your home page. So if I come here on my home feed and you see most of it is, you know, just simple content, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines maximum, you would not see an article. So an article is important for you to showcase you as a thought leader, as an industry expert within your own job or within what you are doing. If you, for example, worked on something in HCT that is worth sharing with the world, then please feel free to share it through an article. Otherwise, you can share a post like that. Not many people write articles. I never wrote an article in my life because I don't have articles. I cannot write, I don't know, I'm not really a writer. So I cannot write articles. So if you go into Marwan's profile and you see articles, nothing. I never wrote anything, but I am posting. You see here, I am publishing. This is content. Happy National Day. I'm sharing. This is a meeting I had here about Lebanon crisis, here with DAFZA. I'll show you. Aisha is going to appear soon. You see, this is all articles. This is women celebrating Women's Day. Here, me in San Francisco. Here with the CEO of LinkedIn, and here you go, Aisha Al-Miheri. You see, looking forward to another great collaboration. 1 year ago, I posted that, or a bit more, yeah. All right. And I tagged, you see, Aisha Al-Miheri, and I tagged Sarah Muhammad Alauna and Jitin Jyoti, who left. So this is in HCT campus. You see, I got 120 comments since I talked. So let me, maybe that is one of the questions. I got 120 likes and 8 comments, but you see, when I click here, 5,850 views. That's a lot, all right? That's a lot of views. I already captured it, so it will not show because it's more than 180 days. So this is a lot, and I already have 2,000 people only.
Excellent. So, Marwan, that was amazing. So what about posting, sharing, resharing? Do you recommend this to be done from the personal account of our academics and staff?
Of course, 100%. So today, if I go to HCT, all right, and I go on the posts of HCT, okay, here you will have, here's the post I'm telling you about. You can like it, comment it, or share. I would always recommend you, liking is very interesting, but always commenting or sharing is more powerful, because sharing, you are spreading a word of mouth. So maybe not this one, because this is more internally, this is only for you guys, but maybe something like that, you know, if you want to talk about, if you want to, you are working in the procurement department and you are, you know, happy, and you know Mariam Zahabi, you see how HCT, actually, this is very important. You see HCT team, they are even targeting those people. They are targeting Mariam Zahabi. They are using hashtags. So if you have a LinkedIn profile and HCT decides to position you or tag you, you will be mentioned. So benefit from this, because you are branding yourself in a way that is indirect. So all, you see, I can come here, you see, mashallah, it's very good engagement. I can come and share. Now, when you share, please use this small tip from me. Don't share like that and just click post. Share and write just one line about it, because people want to, if you share something, people want to know more about what you want to say. So proud of my colleague Mariam Zahabi for such a great achievement. Good luck and wishing you all the best. So I am resharing something about a colleague. I can reshare something about the entrepreneurship talks. So always resharing and commenting is more powerful than giving a like, which at the same time, like is also important. So inshallah, if you go on your page, you would see that you see like, it's always blue. You see, I always like HCT's comments. Maybe I miss one or two, but
you love our content, simply.
Yes, Shaifeen, I always like, majority, everything you see blue, mostly is blue. I like. So this is what we expect from you as well, is to like and promote the content itself.
Amazing. So I got this very nice question, and it's a little bit tricky. So when we see in the profile page of any person account, we can see 2 lines that people, they fit in their own way. Is there any key words that we need to use in this 2 lines in order to attract more people to connect with us and more companies to look at our profile?
Okay, that's a good question, but writing a headline, so if I click here, view profile, as I told you, this is the headline. You come here with the pen and you edit your headline the way you want. It depends how creative you are in writing. You know, I'm not really a creative person, so I decided to just add it as it is, public sector director. But you would end up seeing other people writing different roles or different CEO and founder startup advisor, eternally curious, founder and CEO at somewhere. So it depends on how creative you are in terms of writing. You can actually write that. But when it comes to people finding you, please note that people can search you with the following. So let's, for example, assume procurement, okay? Or balash, marketing. If I click marketing, I click enter, I just type marketing. LinkedIn will tell me, what do you want to see? Do you want to see jobs in marketing? Do you want to see people working in marketing? Do you want to see groups that are related to marketing? Companies that have marketing in them? Courses or posts that talk about marketing? So let's say I want to see people. I click people, 57 million results. Anyone that has marketing, Shaifeen, head of marketing, marketing director, chief marketing officer, marketing manager. So those are 57 million people that have marketing within their own LinkedIn profile. If I want to see posts, I click, I find all those posts. Somewhere you see marketing, you see there is marketing. So here, this is how people search for others, or they can simply search by a name or by a specific topic itself. So it's up to you to be creative in the way that you write and the way that you add. You see, Yahya Al-Ansari, born to transform people and organizations. يعني هو الراجل واضح وصريح. He's telling you this is what I aim on doing.
Yes.
While I go down, I see he's the executive director, but his aim or his passion is to go into he wants to transform people.
Very good. Okay, that's great. Number one, because as we said, we have lots of our staff at academics who love writing. And we have a question related to articles again. And is there any copyright related to the articles that are published on LinkedIn?
What do you mean by copyrights? Of course, you cannot take anything that is written by another author and add it on LinkedIn, because we have as we mentioned earlier, the trust index part, and the members come first on LinkedIn is very, very, very high. And today, if anybody sees any content that is published that is his or hers, and they announced it on LinkedIn to someone, if you open a case or something, this person will be automatically removed from LinkedIn. That's why it's impossible if you find two Marwan and Nimrs on LinkedIn. People cannot steal your identity on LinkedIn, because I know that this is me, and if it happens, we automatically escalate it to LinkedIn through creating a case on LinkedIn, and they take care of it immediately. So yeah, of course, copyrights, of course, it's very active.
Excellent. Okay, we have Nabil Muhammad. He's having very interesting question. It's about how to get on the top of the list on LinkedIn search.
How? But what list exactly? I mean, there is.
You don't have any trend, right, on LinkedIn?
Yeah, there is no list, or there is no. I mean, to be on the list is mostly to be aware, to be there. You know, you publish. To be active on LinkedIn. Yani, let me give you a very quick example in 1 minute. Marwan, I studied Aslan hotel management. Yani, I shouldn't be here assessing. Yani, my education is, I worked in hotels all my life. And then I find myself working in conferences, and then I found myself working in marketing, and then suddenly I'm in LinkedIn. So when I went to LinkedIn, I was like new to this industry, new to the whole world. I don't know any connections in HR departments. I only know people in marketing. So I had to start to position myself as an industry leader, you know, and I'm working in LinkedIn, and I'm caring for HR. So I started to publish things that I'm doing, taking pictures with ministers, taking pictures with head of the departments. So you would end up seeing in my profile pictures of me with Dubai municipality, with Dubai Customs, Dubai Police, Abu Dhabi Executive Office, HCT, etc., etc. I keep posting, so I start to appear more. I start to get more engagement. People started to know me more, and this is where I was. But nobody went here and searched for something and found Marwan and Nim. It doesn't really work like that. So if I go procurement, for example, okay, and I click on people, here you go. It's not really, there is nothing called for, there is no list, there is nothing that can make you number one. It's not like there's 5 million people, but I can go to the filter and I can choose. I want to see people in the United Arab Emirates. I want to see people working in a specific company. I want people who studied in HCT, people in the internet industry. I show results, and then it filters. So you see, the 5 million is 500 now. So there's no really an algorithm for you to appear on top searches of LinkedIn.
Excellent. I think this was our last question, because 2 minutes left. We will wrap up now, and we would like to thank you a lot for this insightful and informative session. I'm sure it was really fruitful for everyone who attended. We have around 400 from HCT community staff and faculty, and we will not end up here. We will for sure continue recording such great sessions.
I thought we have a quiz, and there's a iPhone 12 to win, no?
Oh, that's amazing. So from LinkedIn then.
That LinkedIn means. No, anyways, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We missed the quiz, but for next time, inshallah, we'll for sure include more interactive tools in order to have, but we already have, mashallah, very engaged audience with us. Thank you so
Alhamdulillah.
much, Marwan, and I will be waiting for the infographics from you and the presentation so that we can share with the FCT community.
100%. And thank you, Abrar and the team, Rana, everyone for organizing this. And a word to everyone who's still here. If you have any questions that we didn't answer, please feel free to send them to Abrar. Abrar will send them to me and I will answer them all for you. And I really look forward to seeing some crazy engagement on HCT. I'm really looking forward to see some amazing posts by HCT members. And I'm really looking forward to see you all successful, productive, and happy. Well, thank you very much, everyone.
Marwan, I
Thank
just
you.
would like to add, the presentation is so perfectly balanced that there are many things which we never looked at this one, that these are the, the hidden gems inside the LinkedIn, which we never cope, or we never thought that we can utilize the same platform, how to brand ourselves.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Very wonderful session.
no problem.
Thank you,
I'm
Marwan.
very happy. Thank you
Amazing.
very much, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. My God, it was.